Here's a shot from earlier on. As the Suns arrive at the arena, they're looking to leave town on a winning note tonight. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Devin?
He's doing it all, DA. Thanks. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at Denver. They're down in 9th place so far, still early in the season. And, of course, the Suns, a game and a half out.
And right now for Phoenix, they talked all offseason about how this year was going to be different. Nobody bought into it then, and nobody's buying into it now.
All talk, no walk. Simple as that. They just don't match up with the better teams in the NBA.
Looking at the starting five for the Phoenix Suns. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Shaq Diallo is out there with DeAndre Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the 3 spot. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Jamal Murray. And it's Grant in at the 3 spot. Both these teams, Doris, relying tonight on the execution in their half-court game.
A little bit of a throwback, sort of an old-fashioned approach tonight. Don't worry, we're going to have plenty of highlights. It is the NBA. We know there are great players on both sides of the ball, Kev, but how about this ability to execute under duress of a 24-second shot clock? It's going to be really interesting to watch.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Diallo, no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Barton. Count it.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Rubio with it. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Millsap, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years. No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding. But he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
He hits the second from the line.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Now, here's Rubio. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And it was a big game for him at the defensive end as well. He never stopped pressuring the basketball, coming up with one steal after another.
Diallo, no good. Here's Denver now. Millsap finds Barton. Murray outside. Makes it off the glass.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Rubio outside. Over Murray. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, it can't get worse than this. 0 for 4 to start.
Grant kicks to Murray. Drains the three-pointer. Murray's got 5.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's Diallo. He's coming off a 10-point game against Minnesota. And they get it. Here's Ayton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And there it is. After 4 straight misses, finally nail one.
The Nuggets leading by 6. Murray surveying the D. Barton against Booker. Here's Murray up on top. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Boston.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy as a playmaker was a driving force for that offense. Well, nice job crashing the glass. You love to see that kind of effort.
Floats it up for Millsap. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the precise passing of Murray, really moving the ball well around the floor.
So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix, trailing here by 8. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, a slam dunk by Diallo.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up. Now here's Murray. He has 5 from about 19 feet. No good on the shot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And stolen by Murray. Bridges against Grant. Inside. Double team on Millsap. Grant finds Millsap. Jokic with it. He's guarded by Diallo. And it's Jokic missing. Deflects the pass. Jokic with the steal. Barton against Booker. Fades and shoots. Barton no luck.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Bridges shot. Good.
Oh, nice drive there to get to the bucket using some of that terrific agility that he possesses.
I think the player most closely identified with the Phoenix Suns the last 3 years, obviously Devin Booker. You know, here's a guy who averaged well over 20 points. He can beat you with the pass as well. He's the piece that gives this team great hope for the future.
Suns trail by 4. Rubio the pass to Bridges. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And what's astounding, even with Booker, the Suns have been last, Doris, in three-point accuracy 2 straight seasons.
Yeah, and I think that speaks, Kev, to the roster construction. You need floor spacing to win games, and it can't be from just one guy. This franchise knows that. They just haven't been able to yet solve the problem.
And that one falls for Bridges.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player.
Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets. And with Bridges and his defense, great coaches speak very highly of his basketball IQ.
And that is why, as a rookie, he would often get assigned to guard the toughest perimeter player. Good size and great instincts make him one of the best young defenders on the team.
Now here's Murray. He has 5. Millsap down low. He's guarded by Diallo. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Here's Booker. And the Suns miss again. For Denver, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. Here's Murray. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And I have just been so impressed with the way Jamal Murray has added to his game. Keeps pushing himself every offseason to make the most of his abilities as a player and continues to be a consistent threat from the outside.
Shoot 2.
First free throw is good. And with Murray, Greg, you forget how young he is. He entered the NBA right out of his freshman year at Kentucky.
I mean, Murray was taken 7th in his draft and has kind of flown under the radar from that class. But the more you watch him, the more you feel like you're seeing a star in the making.
Saric has checked in for Phoenix. Morris, what do you think it's like for a team coming into a new season with a new head coach?
You know what's fascinating to me is each individual organization, Kevin, seems to have their own vernacular, their own verbiage to describe their system. So with a new coach, number one, he's putting in a system. Number two, the guys are trying to familiarize themselves with his language, not only the X's and O's, but how does he communicate it?
And yeah, right, that's a good point. The delivery of the message is sometimes as important as the X's and O's.
No doubt.
Shoot 2.
That free throw good from Barton. Both good from the line that time.
And the first task for Monty Williams is going to be retooling this offense. Plenty of offensive talent here. Team has underperformed on that end for years.
And one of the things he wants to implement, Greg, Monty Williams wants to utilize more movement, right? He has mentioned a style similar to what they ran while he was with the Spurs organization. So don't expect to see any stagnant bodies on the offensive end this year.
Grant dishes to Barton. To the middle. Jokic kicks to Barton. Oh, good on the triple. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Suns. 6-point game. Such a wide open look. And it's 6 points for Mikal Bridges.
And right there you see Devin Booker's feel for the game. This guy knows exactly when to give it up.
Grant outside. Wants to get it to Barton and does. Outside Millsap. Over Saric. And again, Denver no good. Suns trail by 4. In the corner, it's Bridges. Passes it to Saric. It's Rubio, top of the key. Clock at 6. Here's Booker. No good there with the step back J.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Phoenix gets called for the foul.
And can't get too handsy with Murray, especially when he's rising up for the shot.
For Denver, they have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
And Murray has it all. A deadly shooter and a remarkable penetrator. Terrific guard play.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. Beasley's checked in for Jeremy Grant. And it's Gary Harris in for Barton. And for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Ayton. Kelly Oubre comes in for Bridges, and it's Tyler Johnson in for Ricky Rubio.
Man, they are just living at the line.
Pass to Booker. Now here's Kaminsky. On the wing, Johnson. He's covered by Murray. Booker the pass to Johnson. Plumlee with the rebound. Denver leading by 6. And stolen by Booker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Oubre against Beasley. Oubre dishes to Saric. Goes back up. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
Boy, what determination from Dario Saric. So good at being aggressive around the rim.
The pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
And so here's Phoenix. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Booker draws the double. And slam dunk by Saric.
Wow, Dario Saric gets himself perfectly positioned, and that's an easy dunk.
Johnson against Murray. Pass to Harris. Now Porter. Offensive rebound. Here's Plumlee. Goes up again. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
2 points. That one goes. Now just a 2-point Nugget lead.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Murray against Johnson. Right side, Porter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Beasley. Great D that time from Oubre. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That is his first foul of the game. The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And Phoenix also making a switch. Baines is checked in. Phoenix has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Johnson kicks to Oubre. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter of the game. Johnson finds Oubre. And here is Kaminsky. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And he's able to get it back. Harris against Booker. Harris passes to Plumlee. 1:29 left to play in the first. Here's Porter. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
Kaminsky up top. He's guarded by Plumlee. Oubre bounce pass. Here's Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, over the last few seasons, Tyler Johnson turning himself into one of the premier options off the bench.
Kevin, you could easily see this guy winning a 6th Man of the Year award in the future. He's versatile in terms of where he can slot in offensively. He's always looking to score, and you need that kind of punch off the bench.
That's good from Johnson.
You love guys that Tyler Johnson continues to work hard to get better. His teammates love playing with him. And can we remember this is an undrafted player?
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, when you look at the skill set
of Tyler Johnson. He really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, the thing about Booker, not necessarily the quickest twitch athlete. He uses that smooth handle to gain separation.
Now, here is Morris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Boston. Passes to Beasley. Morris, left side. Baines with the block. And here is Johnson. His last outing, he had 8 points. Booker dishes to Baines. Now, Booker. The Suns have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. That one drops. He ties it up. Clock is at 3. Here's Kaminsky. What a performance by Jamal Murray. He has been the story for Denver. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Versatility is so important in today's NBA. That works just fine for combo guard Tyler Johnson.
I don't really limit myself to one position. I feel like I can guard both positions. Being able to do that, I feel like I'll have the capability to fill in when needed.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
On the court for the Suns, we've got Johnson, Kaminsky out there with Kelly Oubre. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's Baines in at the center, filling out the middle.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Of course, you can't help but notice that teams are shooting earlier in the shot clock. One theory being the faster you shoot, the more possessions you get.
Well,
and the numbers would speak to that.
No doubt, Kevin. And the reality is, for announcers and for fans, that breakneck pace makes it more exciting for us. One NBA coach told me this past year that your field goal percentage in the first 10 seconds of the shot clock gives you your best opportunity to make it. And the longer that shot clock goes on, the more your field goal percentage dips. So, hey, good for us, good for the fans, good for the teams.
And that's because the defense has a chance to set it, correct?
Exactly right.
Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Here's Johnson. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Kaminsky in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And Morris has got the ball here for Denver. 3-point lead. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And what surprised me was how easy they made it look. It seemed like they got something out of every possession.
Kicks it out to Booker. Buries it from three-point range. Booker's got the game tied up here for Phoenix.
Well, this is Devin Booker's specialty, consistent at finding all kinds of ways to score from beyond that arc.
Morris passes to Harris. Here's Jokic. Out to Harris. Three-pointer. Another three for Denver.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now, here's Oubre. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. On the wing, Johnson, covered by Morris. Johnson draws the double. The Suns need to get a shot off. Count the basket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Johnson against Morris. On the wing, Harris. Now here's Plumlee. D right on him. In the corner, it's Morris. Jokic trying to free himself up. Morris, no good.
Boy, that's too easy to miss, but somehow he finds a way to do it.
Oubre can't get it to go.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Harris kicks to Porter. Beyond the arc. Great D that time from Oubre. The Suns trailing. Here's Booker. He had a 30-point outing their last game against Minnesota.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Morris looking over the floor. Pass to Harris. Kicks it to Porter. The pass to Jokic. In the corner, it's Morris. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Morris has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Booker outside. Pass to Kaminsky. Oubre against Porter. It's stolen by Morris. Now here's Porter, guarded closely.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Here's Booker. And he overshot that one, missing. Denver's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Here's Harris. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Now it's a 4-point Nugget lead.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
Well, you know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Plumlee. Grant comes in for Michael Porter. Will Barton, he's checked in for Harris. And Murray's subbed in for Morris. Now, here's Rubio. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Diallo, and it's sent back by Millsap.
And Millsap, for his size, a pretty good rim protector.
But he gets it back. Out to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Ayton. And the Suns miss again. The Nuggets leading by 4. Greg Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
One shot.
Free throw, good. Jokic. You know, Doris, I know your style of play at Providence was one of aggressiveness, a lot of instinct, a lot of smarts, great skill. But I think you also have an appreciation for the players that are real scrappy on the floor.
What I love, Kevin, are guys who can influence the game without having incredible offensive skill. So a guy like Patrick Beverly, So a little bit undersized, but would you like to have that guy pick you up at 94 feet, be in your grill and in your face like he gives no quarter, he gives no concessions? If he were checking Kevin Harlan, my goodness, you'd have a long night.
That would be a torture chamber. I agree with you. Now, here's Rubio, following the miss by Jokic. Rubio against Murray. Rubio looking around. Here's Saric, and slam dunk by Saric.
Well, Ricky Rubio has defined point guard vision. He can see the floor so beautifully.
Denver leading by 3. Murray kicks to Barton. Millsap passes to Jokic. Here's Grant. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Passes it to Rubio. Bridges, no one around him. Offensive rebound, Ayton, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jokic.
I'll tell you, when DeAndre Ayton is looking to score, he is a handful. Forces the defense into a compromising situation.
And all the tools that made DeAndre Ayton the top pick in the 2018 draft already, Doris, on display at the start of his NBA career.
You know what, Kevin? People wanted to knock DeAndre Ayton for his defense, which wasn't horrific. But they forgot about all the things he can do. Let's remember, he's a great screener in the pick and roll. He can shoot from range. He's got incredible instincts with an incredible physicality to his game. Don't talk about the defense. Ayton too good on the offensive end.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year convo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
I think what you like most about DeAndre Ayton is probably how efficient he is on the offensive end. Now, obviously, the next step, he's got to raise his game and defensive intensity on that end of the floor.
For Denver, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Murray nails both of them.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Rubio against Murray. And Grant sends it back.
Well, twice on the pipes, Jeremy Grant says no, sir.
And it's Murray penetrating. Good on the shot. Murray's got 13 points. Suns trail by 6. Now, here's Rubio. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Saric. Over Murray. The shot by Saric, no good. For Denver, they've gone 7 of 14 in the second quarter, shooting to the tune of 50%. Grant the pass to Jokic. Fades back. Millsap. And it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nuggets.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now, here's Ayton. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Saric against Grant. From deep. Denver grabs the miss.
And for him to shoot from that distance is a bit
of a head scratcher.
I think as a player, you have to know your strengths and play to them, and that is not within his range.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. And here are the Suns now. Denver getting their last shot to go. Now here's Diallo. Millsap covering. And the pass to Bridges. And stolen by Murray. And it's Grant in the corner. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Look at the last game for the Suns. It was a win against the Timberwolves at Target Center. And the Suns call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for Will Barton.
A moment to check out DeAndre Ayton here.
Just an incredible month of basketball. 7th in blocks, 12th in rebounding, and with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And his ability to patrol the lane is a difference maker for that team. Exceptional timing and anticipation. That's why he's a top 10 shot blocker. Trying to get something going. That one doesn't drop. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that game closes out the 4-game homestand for them. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix. Trailing by 13. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
And you know what, though? Not only did they get to the free throw line a lot, but they converted at a high clip.
Well, they pushed the action on the offensive end, strategically super aggressive, and it really paid off for them at the free throw line.
And not a season, Doris, that pops off the stat sheet, but a strong rookie campaign for Mikal Bridges.
You simply can't ignore the defense he brings for this team. Very refined for his experience level. Teams would love to see him grow into a third option on the offensive end with this roster. Let's see if that happens.
First one falls for him. Doris, such an honor to be on this with you, and you were the first female to become a full-time NBA analyst. Breaking new ground. You've accomplished so much in your life, personally, professionally. What would you tell young women who are graduating college, looking to get ahead in their career in what you've chosen?
Well, first and foremost, I've been very lucky, Kevin. The game of basketball has been a part of my life since I was 7. It's been a driving force. I love it. I would just tell young women, times are changing. Dream big. There's nothing that's impossible. And I'm so thankful to the NBA players and coaches who have just wrapped their arms around me from the time I entered this business. So kudos to those players who are part of the change, no question. And
hard work. I have seen you work. I have seen you prepare. No one prepares more. No one works harder than you.
Thanks, Kev.
The Nuggets leading by 14. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. And stolen by Ayton. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. And let's take this moment to check out the point guards with the highest shooting percentage from the last 10 games. 5th, Jamal Murray.
Some remarkable shooters in that group. I mean, you know that when you're seeing those types of numbers at the point guard position, you're talking about some very intelligent and patient players.
You know, that intelligence is really their hallmark. Always taking the smart shot, never forcing it when it's not there. You know, that's how they're able to keep their percentages so high. That and the fact that they can flat out shoot it.
Suns trail by 14. Here's Rubio, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
No good on the free throw.
Now, this is one of the most talked about international players ever, and I think Rubio just needs to stay healthy and keep working on that shot.
Good on the second free throw. The Nuggets leading by 13. We've got 1:18 left now here in the second. Back to Murray. Passes it to Jokic. The 19-foot shot. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And it's 13 points for Jokic.
Well, this second quarter has proven to be a turnaround. This guy looking much more comfortable all of a sudden.
Rubio finds Diallo. Back to Rubio. Pass to Ayton. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jokic. Count it. And the Nugget lead has been cut down to 13. Good bucket there from Ayton.
Well, the form and the touch and the mid-range from DeAndre Ayton. This guy is special.
Beasley outside. Jokic on top. 26 seconds left in the second quarter. Jokic draws the double. Here's Beasley, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. 20 seconds left to play here in the half. Rubio outside. To the paint. Ayton inside. Rubio with it.
Love the determination by Murray on defense. Really doing his best to pester these shooters.
And that does it for the first half of play. Nuggets ahead. They finish off the second quarter with a huge surge. An 18-5 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Here with Coach Mike Malone. How has ball movement opened up things for you offensively?
Every game we have where we get into a one-on-one game, over-dribbling, not passing, we become very easy to guard. The good thing about tonight is the ball is moving. We're trying to make plays for each other. When we move the ball, we get high percentage shots, which is all we can ask for.
Thanks very much for your time, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Jamal Murray had a huge first quarter. He had 13 points, 2 steals, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts on the Nuggets' first half?
They had a tremendous first half from the three-point line. Their shot selection was pretty sound, considering how many threes they took. And the confidence of the shooters, now that's outstanding.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton, and it's Grant in at the 3, the small forward.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Murray against Rubio. Murray left side. And there's the pass to Jokic. Over Ayton. It's tipped.
That's an encouraging sign for sure. Boy, when DeAndre Ayton is hustling and focused, he can send it back with the best of them.
Bridges misses. And it's Millsap with the ball for Denver. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And here's a look at some numbers for Jokic.
And in the last 5 games, he's made a bunch of hustle plays on the glass more than anywhere else. His rebounding totals in these games shows a dramatic increase from his numbers during the rest of the season.
And he makes the first. All free throws good from Barton. Suns trail by 14. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. The drive by Booker. 11 feet out and he hits it. Booker's got 11 points.
What tremendous instincts as a scorer for Devin Booker. Get in that mid-range game, sir.
Here's Millsap. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Diallo's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And that's out of bounds. Phoenix will retain possession.
Let's take a look at Ricky Rubio. Some stats on him. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's averaging 11 points a game, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds. And with his great passing, he's been a catalyst for their offense, often seeing plays even before they materialize.
There's no doubt about that. Great anticipation, excellent peripheral vision. His talents are really shining through.
On the clock.
And Grant works hard on the defensive end of the floor. His activity and wingspan, big hands, really paying dividends.
Buries it down low. Grant's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the 3rd.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Suns trail by 14. And here's Rubio. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Booker. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, there are very few scorers in the NBA who are as explosive as Devin Booker. Boy, when this guy finds his rhythm, he can take over a game from just about any part of the floor, and there's nothing the defense can do about it.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, I still think back to that game where Booker put up 70 points. I mean, wow, unbelievable.
Yeah, when Devin Booker starts to cook, he can get as hot as any player in the league. The one thing you want from Devin is consistency on both ends of the floor from game to game. That's how you go from good to great.
Now here's Murray. 13 points in the game. Pass to Barton. Outside Millsap. Clock at 6. Back to Barton. Over Booker. Tips it up. And it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got 9.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Now, here's Rubio. Ayton finds Booker. That three off the mark. Denver leading by 14. It's Barton with the drive. Doesn't go that time. Suns have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. For three, Bridges. It's hauled in by Jokic. Denver's gone 6 of 8 on three-pointers in the game, an outstanding 75% mark. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Of course, it seems like Adam Silver, the NBA commissioner, is one of the most well-liked commissioners in all of sports worldwide. Why do you think that's so?
Well, I think he was amongst the most important members of the staff of his predecessor, David Stern, who obviously oversaw the greatest growth in NBA history. The NBA became a global game. But Adam Silver didn't skip a beat. He is a great listener, a great communicator, and I've said this about the NBA for a very long time. It is a league that is in constant self-evaluation process. It is always looking for ways to improve the league, whether that means organizationally or with the play between the lines, and that's all you can ask for, Kevin.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Harris comes in for Grant, and Monte Morris subbed in for Barton. And the Suns here with a different look. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Kaminsky comes in for Diallo. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And it's Johnson in for Ricky Rubio.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pass to Kaminsky. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. For three, Booker. But they get it back. Here's Baines. He kicks to Booker. Launches it. They get it back. Oubre outside. Offline with his three. And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And the wide open shot from Morris. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got his 6th assist on the night. And for the Suns, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Oubre outside. Pass to Booker. Shot to stop the run. Here's Baines, and it's sent back by Plumlee. And the basket by Kaminsky. Now Murray. 15 points in the game. Out to Morris. Takes the three. Another three for Denver.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Here's Johnson.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Oubre outside. Baseline jumper. No good off the front iron. Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Morris into the lane. And the shot goes down. Morris has got 11 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Morris has gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. Johnson kicks to Oubre. There's the pass to Baines. Back to Oubre. It's stolen by Morris. In the corner, Murray with it. Plumlee dishes to Harris. And the defense didn't have position. They whistle a blocking foul, and he'll go to the line. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
The first free throw is good. Michael Porter, he's checked in for Denver. Morris drops them both. Well, Phoenix shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. Pass to Baines. Back to Oubre. Over Porter. And that one goes long.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Passes it to Johnson. Over Morris. Phoenix no good that time either. Here's Denver now. They're on an 18-6 run. Porter outside. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got his third basket of the night.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Porter's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land. And the Suns call time here.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get them back on track.
And to me, they're just taking too many tough shots. And when they do get an easy one, the confidence just isn't there.
Denver making a switch here. Beasley's checked in, and a change for the Suns. Saric has checked in for Kelly Oubre. Kaminsky finds Johnson. Here's Baines. Pass to Kaminsky. And here's Booker, guarded by Porter. And there's Booker on the assist by Kaminsky. 16 points for Devin Booker.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Now the pass to Beasley. Plays it up and banks it in. Beasley's got his second basket of the night.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Here's Baines. Just 5 on the clock. Johnson wide open. He fires. Another 3 for Phoenix.
A 3-point gunner in college, and Tyler Johnson displaying some of that capacity right here.
Up top, Morris. He's guarded by Johnson. Here's Beasley, and he banks in the layup. Beasley's got 4 points in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
The Suns shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Johnson kicks to Booker. Back to Johnson. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Boy, Tyler Johnson right there, strong enough to power through the contact. I love how fearless this guy is.
For Phoenix, they have made 10 of their 14 tries at the free throw line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
The Nuggets leading by 22. Morris outside. Pass to Harris. Lets it go from deep. Another 3 for Denver.
Yeah, and ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Johnson. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Now here's Beasley. 6 points for him. Right side, Porter. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Shakes him. The rebound by Johnson. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. And he lays it straight in. Johnson's got 9.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Here's Morris. That shot off.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
That boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Now Morris after the missed 3 from Dario Saric. And there's Porter on the assist by Morris. Morris has got 4 assists now tonight.
And that jump shot by Porter is pure. Has such a fluid shooting motion.
Now here's Johnson. He's got 9. Passes to Baines. And the layup's good off the glass. 5 points in the game.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You talk about bangers in the NBA, Doris, the Australian. Aaron Baines, rugged as they come.
Kev, he is the very definition of an energy guy. This man is a great defender. You get blindsided by one of his picks, you are going to feel it the next day.
A different look for Denver. Jokic has checked in for Plumlee. Jeremy Grant comes in for Porter. And it's Will Barton in for Gary Harris. And the Suns here with a different look. Ayton, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Sheck Diallo comes in for Kaminsky. Bridges, he's checked in for Saric. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Johnson. Now, here is Morris. 11 points in the game. Shoots over Rubio. It's hauled in by Diallo. Diallo's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Well, Phoenix shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. Rubio finds Diallo. To the inside, Booker. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Booker's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Nuggets leading by 21. Morris outside. Pass to Barton. Beasley for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Ayton's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. 26 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Diallo. Bridges kicks to Booker. Goes up from the top of the key. Bridges misses. Barton surveying the floor. Chalk up 2 there. Barton's got 4 points now in the quarter. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Morris. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Nuggets ahead, delivering the blowout. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Suns, Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Andre Ayton out there with Sheck Diallo. And it's Bridges in at the small forward spot. Now here's Booker. Shot clock at 5. And Grant sends it back. Rubio against Murray. There's the lob to the hoop. Rubio with it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. And here are the Suns now. And there's the pass to Booker. And a miss there on the triple.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way, because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Murray with it. Guarded now by Rubio. No good from Grant.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Now here's Ayton. Pass to Diallo. 6 to shoot. And here's Booker from the arc. The offensive rebound. Ayton, the pass to Bridges. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Murray. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
Doris, you and I are faced with this a lot, voting for the MVP. Great stats versus winning. Where do you stand on that when you vote for the league MVP?
Well, winning could be the definitive line if I have two candidates who are close. For instance, for me, this last MVP came down to James Harden and Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I took it to the last possible moment. And I could have gone in either direction and been comfortable. Ultimately, I went with Giannis, and the deciding factor came down to he led his team to the best record in the league. It was a difficult vote, but ultimately it's one category which helps tilt me in one direction or another.
And I did too, and what also helped me was just the improvement defensively they had made, and I know Antetokounmpo was a very big part of it.
No, it's a great point. He was a two-way force.
He feeds it to Bol. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And the Suns call time, without question, Jamal Murray displaying his skills today.
This is a timely timeout because this guy is hurting them. They've got to figure it out.
And it's the Suns with the ball. Carter, the pass to Oubre. Passes it to Jerome. Here's Ayton, and Ayton throws it down.
Ayton uses his length to his advantage. No doubt on the dunk.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And here's Barton. Here's Hernan Gomez. They get a hand on it, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Here's Hernan Gomez. No good on the quick three. Here's Jerome. Knocked away. Johnson, the pass to Jerome. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. From the arc. Here's Murray. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Over Johnson and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. A step back shot here. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Doris, isn't it interesting that we're seeing some teams with more 3-point attempts than 2-point attempts?
It's incredible, Kevin, that every year over the last decade you see more 3-point attempts across all 30 NBA teams. And Rockets in each of the last 2 years, the Rockets have actually taken more threes than twos. This is the evolution of the game. It is not going anywhere. There's 2 high-valued shots in the league. Restricted area twos, that means point-blank opportunities at the rim, and 3-point shots, and everything else in between seems to be getting lost.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
No good on the second free throw. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Down low. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. Denver grabs the miss. Here's Craig. It's Barton on the wing. Of course, you and I were just talking about something Commissioner Silver said the other day about a proposed mid-season tournament. What do you think?
Well, I certainly think if they do move to a mid-season tournament, it's going to have real value for it to matter. To get the fans engaged, something has to be on the line. So, number one, you're going to have 2 goals. Instead of 1 championship, maybe you want to win that mid-season tournament too.
Well, Doris, even though he can sometimes get a little ahead of himself, you love the energy that Kelly Oubre plays with.
Oubre is exactly the kind of player who can provide punch on the offensive end off the bench. He comes in, he can disrupt on the defensive end, and he can finish plays for you offensively.
Shooting 2.
Free throw, good, Oubre. Last season, we saw Kelly Oubre get traded to the Suns. That was a surprise success for both him and the team.
Oubre came in and gave the Suns that defensive spark they so desperately needed. The long arms, he can get in the passing lanes, and he plays with tremendous energy, and they love him.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
Now you look at the physical gifts for Kelly Oubre, 6'7", but with a 7'2" wingspan. He's a terrific leaper, and he's got great potential defensively.
Murray kicks to Craig. And another miss by Denver. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Phoenix. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
I tell you, Kelly Oubre Jr. can play with confidence on the interior, and that's a result of his vertical.
Murray, the pass to Hernan Gomez, and it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 15 here tonight. Now here's Oubre. Defense right on him. Count it.
Now this guy's so fluid in transition. Just a great player, Oubre, in the open floor.
Denver leading by 21. Outside Porter. And the pass to Craig. Doris, when you look at draft eligibility requirements, it is a very fluid topic with a lot of different ways it could go, a lot of moving parts. Where do you stand?
I'll tell you the truth, Kevin. I'm conflicted about this because I believe there is real value to the college experience. There's high-level coaching across the game at the collegiate level, but I also believe that young men who have talent should be able to, when they are eligible, decide when they want to become professionals. So, listen, I'm sort of in the middle. There are legitimate arguments to be had for both sides. What I hope, regardless, is we get the best players in the league, and that's certainly going to happen whenever it happens.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. Now Carter. Johnson outside. Oubre passes to Ayton. Suns moving the ball around. Back to Johnson, and stolen by Bull. Here's Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And the first one drops. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, you know, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Saric. Booker trying to free himself up. The shot by Saric, no good. And the shot goes in.
What a fantastic offensive rebounder. Ayton so good at using his physical advantages.
Barton outside. And stolen by Booker for the finish. And the dunk by Booker.
Tremendous effort getting the steal, then getting the ball up the court.
It amazes me how quickly you can change ends. You've got to be prepared to sprint the floor.
The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Now here's Booker, and the wing jumper offline.
I'll tell you, it's been a struggle for him in this period, and they're struggling as a result.
Here's Murray, and the layup falls. Murray's got 6 in the quarter.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Phoenix has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Rubio dishes to Booker. Pass to Ayton. And Rubio kicks to Booker. Puts it up from 15. Again, the miss by Booker.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Barton passes to Jokic. Grant outside. The tray. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game. Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Denver leading by 22. Now here's Barton. Out to the right wing. Murray kicks to Millsap. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Slow rotation there defensively, and he gets a wide open look from mid-range.
And I'll tell you, you look up at the scoreboard, that's correct. They have a big lead for a reason.
Phoenix has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Oubre. Here's the three. Knocks down the 3-ball. Oubre's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Suns.
And you can just see he's a different player since coming back from halftime.
Murray, the pass to Millsap. Grant outside. Fires the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Saric has the open look. Off the left rim and out. And that one's good, Ayton.
Well, that's a determined scorer right there. DeAndre Ayton has shown a little toughness on the interior finish.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. They have a 19-point lead. Dishes at the Millsap. Some solid defense from Saric.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
The Nuggets leading by 16. Murray outside. Millsap against Saric. Millsap kicks to Barton. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And here's Rubio following the three from Will Barton. And it's sent back by Millsap.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Denver.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jamal Murray.
What a selfless effort tonight. He's done such a great job finding guys in their appropriate spots.
And it's Oubre off the drive, and no good. Some solid defense from Grant. One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
Here's Rubio. Denver getting their last shot to go. Saric, that's good.
This guy is an efficient scorer. Dario Saric knows his strengths on the offensive end and can capitalize.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Stolen by Rubio. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Murray dishes to Grant. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Mason Plumlee. A lot of points tonight. What was working so well offensively?
Well, we're sharing the ball so well. It's fun to watch, I'm sure, but we have possessions where every guy might touch the ball almost twice. So when you get movement like that, it's hard to guard, and it's a fun way to play.
You did have the defense on its toes tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.